Just when it looked like the Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds controversy was finally starting to quiet down, they're back in the spotlight again. And this time, it's not because of another courtroom update. Over the past few days, a series of smaller stories has reignited the conversation. Blake's appearance at the FIFA Club World Cup final sparked online discussion. Ryan Reynolds' upcoming projects are drawing fresh attention, and even Family Guy has joined in with a joke referencing the ongoing controversy. Individually, none of these moments would be a huge story. But together, they've fueled a much bigger conversation about how the couple is being viewed in the public eye.
Blake and Ryan are becoming a laughingstock in pop culture. This time it's the satirical animated show Family Guy who's taking a dig and mocking litigious Blake Lively and her attack dog husband Ryan Reynolds.
Whether you agree with that opinion or not, it's true that the conversation has started to extend beyond the legal battle itself. For months, the focus was almost entirely on lawsuits, court filings, and public statements. Now, people are paying attention to something different: their image in Hollywood, how they're being portrayed in entertainment, and how the public is reacting to each new appearance. But here's the thing. It's important to separate what's actually happened from what's simply being speculated about online. There have been plenty of theories circulating across social media about celebrity friendships, future movie projects, and whether Hollywood's perception of Blake and Ryan has changed. Some of those discussions are based on public events, while others are built almost entirely on assumptions. So, in this video, we're going to focus on what's been documented, what's being reported, and where the conversation is coming from. And that brings us to Blake Lively's recent appearance at the FIFA Club World Cup final. At first, it seemed like a routine celebrity appearance. The event was packed with actors, musicians, athletes, and other well-known faces. But before long, social media users began analyzing everything, from where Blake was sitting to which celebrities she was, or wasn't, seen interacting with. And that's where the speculation really started. Blake Lively attended the FIFA Club World Cup final alongside friends, joining a long list of celebrities who were also at the event. On the surface, it looked like another high-profile public appearance. But as photos and videos from the match began circulating online, people started paying close attention to the details. One topic that gained traction involved where different celebrities were seated and who they were seen interacting with throughout the event. Some online commentators pointed out that Matt Damon and his wife, Luciana, were also in attendance. Because Blake and Ryan have previously been linked to the couple through both personal friendships and professional collaborations, some viewers wondered whether the two couples had crossed paths. However, there's an important distinction to make here. There are no public reports confirming whether they met privately, spoke during the event, or intentionally avoided one another. The speculation largely comes from the fact that they weren't photographed together during the match. As many people pointed out, a lack of photos doesn't necessarily tell the whole story, especially at an event attended by hundreds of guests. But the discussion didn't stop there. Many people also revisited previously released court documents that included text message exchanges involving Blake, Ryan, Matt Damon, and Luciana. Those messages had already drawn attention months earlier because they offered a glimpse into conversations surrounding It Ends With Us while production was ongoing. According to those court filings, Ryan Reynolds asked Matt and Luciana if they'd be willing to watch an early version of the film and share their thoughts. The messages also included Blake and Ryan expressing frustrations about the production and discussing Justin Baldoni. Those exchanges became widely discussed after they were made public as part of the legal proceedings.
And from the text messages that were revealed between Ryan, Blake, Matt, and his wife Lucy, they were in a group chat. It seemed like they were really close friends. Matt Damon had a tiny little part in Deadpool 2.
The release of those messages naturally led to renewed interest whenever the names appeared together in the headlines again. So, When both Blake and Matt Damon attended the same event, some people online connected the two stories, even though there's no confirmed information about whether they actually met that day. But that wasn't the only Hollywood friendship people suddenly started talking about. But the FIFA conversation wasn't the only story making headlines. Around the same time, another report started circulating online, this one involving Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock. The discussion began after In Touch Weekly published a report claiming Ryan was hoping to reunite with Sandra Bullock on a future movie project. According to the publication's unnamed source, Ryan still considers Sandra one of his closest friends in Hollywood, and the two have stayed in touch since starring together in The Proposal. The report also suggested Ryan believes the two could work together again someday, especially since audiences have always enjoyed their chemistry on screen. It's worth noting, however, that the story relies on anonymous sourcing, and neither Ryan Reynolds nor Sandra Bullock has publicly commented on those claims.
Ryan Reynolds is counting on Sandra Bullock as his trump card for Hollywood comeback. I remember he posted a flashback, a scene from The Proposal, the movie he did with Sandra, I think it's 20 years ago, whatever. And she actually commented on it and liked it. And that's just like a month ago. So I guess she's kind of the only other celebrity, apart from Hugh Jackman, who has commented or liked anything that Ryan Reynolds does since this legal feud.
That opinion quickly sparked debate online. Some people interpreted the report as nothing more than routine Hollywood speculation. It's common for entertainment magazines to publish stories about possible reunions or future collaborations, particularly when actors have worked successfully together in the past. Others wondered whether the report reflected Ryan's efforts to remind audiences of some of his most popular films and longtime industry friendships. In recent months, fans have noticed Ryan occasionally sharing throwback moments from earlier projects on social media, including posts connected to The Proposal. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean a new movie is in development. At this point, there's been no official announcement of a sequel, a reunion project, or any new collaboration between Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock. Until something is confirmed, it remains just that, a report and the online discussion surrounding it. But while people debated anonymous Hollywood sources, another development grabbed even more attention. And this one came from an unexpected place. A long-running animated comedy decided to weigh in on Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, proving that the conversation had expanded well beyond entertainment news and into mainstream pop culture. But perhaps the biggest surprise didn't come from Hollywood insiders or entertainment magazines. It came from Family Guy. The long-running animated comedy recently included a joke referencing Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Justin Baldoni. And it didn't take long for the clip to spread across social media.
So now Family Guy is ridiculing Blake and Ryan.
The joke centers around Blake supposedly filing yet another lawsuit, with one of the characters sarcastically asking, "How many places is she gonna sue that guy?" The sketch also pokes fun at Justin Baldoni's sudden rise into the public spotlight before shifting its attention to Ryan Reynolds, portraying him as the husband who's always ready to step in and defend his wife. As with most Family Guy jokes, the humor is exaggerated. The show has a long history of satirizing celebrities, politicians, and trending news stories, often taking real headlines and turning them into over-the-top comedy. But what's interesting isn't necessarily the joke itself, it's what it represents. For months, the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni dispute was mainly discussed in entertainment media and legal coverage. Now, it's reached the point where mainstream comedy shows are referencing it. Whether viewers found the joke funny or not, it shows just how widely known the story has become. Not surprisingly, reactions were mixed. Some viewers thought it was simply another example of Family Guy doing what it's always done, making jokes about whatever is dominating the news cycle. Others felt the sketch reflected how the public conversation has evolved, with the legal battle becoming part of broader pop culture rather than remaining just a courtroom story. That's an interesting shift, Because once a story becomes the subject of satire, it often reaches audiences who may not have followed every legal filing or headline, but recognize the controversy itself. But the conversation didn't stop with television. People also began looking at Ryan Reynolds' career, particularly his upcoming projects, and asking whether the ongoing headlines could have any impact on how those films are received. But the conversation didn't end with Family Guy. As more headlines continued to pile up, people also started paying closer attention to Ryan Reynolds' upcoming projects, particularly his next film, Mayday. The action comedy is scheduled to premiere on Apple TV+, and while the trailer generated excitement from many fans, it also sparked another round of online discussion about Ryan's on-screen persona. That criticism isn't exactly new. For years, some moviegoers have argued that Ryan tends to bring a similar style of humor and personality to many of his roles. At the same time, plenty of fans would say that's exactly why they enjoy watching him. It's become part of his brand, and it's helped make films like Deadpool hugely successful. Still, the trailer prompted a fresh debate. Some viewers were excited to see Ryan back in another action comedy, while others questioned whether audiences are beginning to want something different. As with many conversations online, opinions were split. Another point that caught people's attention was Ryan's approach to promoting the film. Some fans noticed that his social media promotion for Mayday appeared more restrained than campaigns for some of his previous projects. That observation led to speculation online about whether there was a reason for the quieter rollout. However, there's no public evidence explaining the marketing strategy, and decisions about promotion often involve studios, distributors, and marketing teams, not just the actors themselves. The discussion also expanded to another upcoming Ryan Reynolds film, Animal Friends. The movie has experienced multiple release date changes over the past few years, something that isn't uncommon in Hollywood. Release schedules can shift for many different reasons, including production timelines, studio calendars, marketing plans, and broader business decisions. While some online commentators have linked those delays to the ongoing controversy surrounding Ryan, there is no public confirmation that the legal dispute played any role in those scheduling changes. But regardless of why release dates move, one thing is clear. People aren't just talking about Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' legal battle anymore. They're now analyzing public appearances, television jokes, movie trailers, and even marketing decisions. Whether that's simply the result of heightened public interest or a sign that the conversation has evolved is something viewers continue to debate. And when you step back and look at everything together, it becomes clear why the headlines just keep coming. When you put all of these stories together, a bigger picture starts to emerge. Just a few months ago, nearly every headline involving Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds centered on the legal battle with Justin Baldoni. Now, while the case is still part of the conversation, people are also paying attention to everything happening around it. A public appearance at a major sporting event becomes a talking point. A tabloid report about an old Hollywood friendship generates headlines. An animated comedy references the controversy. Even the marketing for Ryan's upcoming projects ends up being analyzed online. Individually, none of these moments tell the full story. But together, they show how closely Blake and Ryan continue to be watched. That's something that often happens with high-profile celebrities. Once a major controversy captures public attention, even routine appearances can generate speculation. Photos, interviews, movie trailers, and social media posts are often viewed through the lens of the larger story, whether that interpretation is fair or not. The same is true here. Some people believe the recent headlines suggest the controversy is continuing to affect the couple's public image. Others argue that this level of scrutiny simply comes with being two of Hollywood's biggest stars and doesn't necessarily reflect how the industry views them behind the scenes. The truth is, we probably won't know the long-term impact for quite some time. Hollywood careers tend to be measured over years, not weeks. Upcoming films, audience reactions, future casting announcements, and the outcome of the remaining legal proceedings will likely paint a much clearer picture than any single headline ever could. For now, though, one thing is hard to ignore. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds remain at the center of the conversation. Whether it's a public appearance, a television joke, or another entertainment headline, people continue paying attention to what they do next. And with several major projects still on the horizon, and the legal story not entirely behind them, it seems likely that this won't be the last time we'll be talking about them. And that's everything for today's update. I'd love to hear what you think about all of this. Do you think these recent headlines are changing the public perception of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, or do you think they're simply attracting the kind of attention that comes with being two of Hollywood's biggest stars? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future updates. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone!